Every day doing it. I guess like 2 weeks.
And everything goes in a folder, so I can find everything for all times.
You guys.
So I put everything all in one. I mean, it's just going to.
Weekly's meeting in session. Roll call and approval of proxies.
Arape.
Present.
Archer.
Here.
Cantz.
Here.
Dumont.
Here.
Hernandez.
Here.
Harder.
Here.
Yerke.
Here.
Keel.
Here.
Leonard.
Here.
Lockwood.
Here.
Callum.
Here.
Knight.
Here.
Nedved.
Here.
Pilling.
Here.
Sheepman.
Here.
Home.
Here.
Twin.
Here.
Weedy. Winter.
Here.
Did I miss anyone? Fantastic. We have one.
Approval of agenda. All those in favor of approving the agenda say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Agenda passes. Approval of minutes from last week. Any changes? No changes though. All in favor of approving minutes say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Minutes pass. No before guests, no unfinished business from last week. We do, however, have new business. 23F004.
All right. Kessinger Lewis, resolution number 23F004, dated 20 September 2023, originated by myself and presented by myself. Whereas adequate interest has been expressed by students wishing to form an organization, Environmental Change and Sustainability Club, and whereas there are currently no organizations that overlap this interest, and whereas a constitution has been constructed and reviewed for said club, and therefore be it resolved by a majority vote of the Student Senate and the signature of the Student Association President that the Constitution for Environmental Change and Sustainability Club be approved, allowing for formal recognition.
Any questions? Any concern? Okay, great. We'll see this next week. Thank you. Okay, open discussion. Anything pressing?
This is just quick. I'm passing around the paper to sign up for everybody.
Great. Everybody sign up. Really? Annie?
I just have something that came to my attention this week when I was speaking to my advisor. She mentioned something that she was going through an email sent out to faculty that said that they were considering charging for something in the testing center. I think it was like rescheduled tests. They were gonna start charging for. And she couldn't find the email to send me, but I just wanted to make everybody aware of that because I think that's definitely an issue that affects students, and I don't know if it's true, if she was just misreading the email, what the actual scenario is, but I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention.
Have we heard anything about that at all?
No.
Okay, maybe we're just both misconstruing something, but in either case.
Awful if it is true.
Yeah.
I could try to find out more.
Yeah. I'm 90% sure she said it was for like if you miss the test and you have to reschedule. Not for ADA accommodations or anything like that, but they were saying like rescheduling.
Like a no-show fee at the doctor or something?
Something.
Yeah.
But if you told the teacher, hey, I need to take this test another time, and you did it through the testing center, they were going to charge you. But they didn't make it clear in the email if the teacher was charged, if the department was charged, if the student was charged. And my advisor couldn't find the email, so maybe we're just both misunderstanding something. But
I'll look into it.
yeah.
Anything else? Yes?
What's our policy on this? I was in a class today and someone asked me about it and I don't know. The signs on the ground, you know how they how long are they allowed to be on the ground? When do people have to clean them up? Is that something we're actively enforcing right now? Because he was like, well, some of these are on the floor, they are past events, and he's like, which makes sense. Some of them are, I guess, like a day or so, but he's like, some of them are past events, and some of them are just completely destroyed, and then just left there, and then it creates litter, so I was just bringing that to you.
So I'll resend out the policy. I've waited until we got through homecoming to email groups that you're going to put them out, you're required to put them out. They should be taken up off the sidewalks within 24 hours after your event's over. And it should be the responsibility. Historically, Senate used to enforce it a little bit more. They used to charge groups if they had to go pick their posters up.
It's the theme of the day.
Yeah. My staff has just been doing it. Like I pulled all the election posters up for homecoming the other day. We just did it because we were out there. But it is the job of the board. So good thing to do that. I mean, there's nothing in the posting policy of repercussions if you don't, but you know, it is a mess when they start flying all over campus. And if we want to keep doing it, which I think it's a great way to market, we just need to help hold them accountable. So I will send them out with a figure that they should be picking them up within 24 hours.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else? That's impressive. CFO report.
So thank you to everyone that responded to the GAF committee form. If you're still interested in joining the GAF committee, please send in your answers by Friday, because I think President will be finalizing who's going to be on it. So if you want to put your input in there, that would be greatly appreciated. End of report.
Any questions? Concerns? Okay, great. VP report.
I got a couple messages over the past couple days, and I understand the confusion about where headshots disappeared to, because I understand that the resolution we passed last week stated Tuesday. They're in fact happening tomorrow, so that was just a change on the date of it. They're happening from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow, and when I saw the sign-up sheet earlier today, I saw that there were still some spots available, but a lot of them were going very fast. So
You never received an email with that sign-up sheet of any sort?
I know they were putting posters out.
yeah. So the agreement is that Student Senate pays for it, how they apply arranges the event, and are the ones that help advertise for it. So we don't send out an email for it, we don't put out flyers for it, we just pay for the event. So, but yeah, apologies for the confusion on the dates. So those will be happening tomorrow. So, all right.
Part of that decision, I'll just let you know, was mine, because I needed time to get the contract done and I wasn't hearing back. And so there was no way for us to get it done by Monday. But I do know, if you haven't set up, I know there's one over by the door, or back right over there that you can scan and send out.
Are there walk-ins for it? Since you said there are disappearing, if they disappear, is there times that we can walk in? Because I'm in the same boat. I saw that. I saw it this morning, but I didn't know about it. Like, I knew it was coming up, but I didn't know when it was.
I don't know.
I will email.
Because I felt it was constant
Okay.
last year. I don't know if there were walk-ins or not.
So the way that we're paying for it is we're just paying for time. So I'll email the guy who set it up, and because I mean,
I think it's like 5 or 10-minute slots.
yeah, it's 5-minute slots. Pictures probably can take less than 5 minutes. So I'll email and see if we can try to get walk-ins for people on Senate and prepaid. Yeah.
And then in addition to that, I ran into a couple of our counseling center staff this afternoon, and they expressed gratitude for those of us that helped out with Chocolate Walk today. So if you helped out with that, thank you very much. It was much appreciated by them. And then lastly, I believe you're going to cover this in your report, but we've been watching and looking at the rebranding efforts, since this is the last semester of it, and we have a lot of clubs that have applied for the rebranding money, some with notable amounts of money. So there is a strong possibility that we may have to pass a resolution to up the amount of money that is left in the rebranding fund. End of my report.
Where does that money get taken out of?
The reserve account.
Any other questions? Concerns? Okay, my report. Okay, so there's a WISE email that's been sent out for an event, I think for the career fair, right? It's been sent to everybody here. If you're interested, please look at the email and confirm or don't confirm your attendance. I think it's a really cool event, and it's great for us to attend. In addition to that, as far as rebranding goes, there are probably there's a handful of organizations who need or want large rebrandings to go through this last semester. At the start of the semester, as of now, we have what, $10,000 currently allocated. If we take
After we added more money to the
Yeah.
graphic design, there's probably around 10,000 left.
So, a lot of these, if they're large things like redoing the graphics for a trailer, for example, that could be anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000, depending on what the contract looks like. And these aren't, reoccurring costs. These are costs to get everybody up to speed together, so we all can have the same logos and everything moving forward. And it helps with the cohesiveness of how we, show ourselves in the community. So there's value there, but that's gonna be a big chunk of change, and it's a one-time fee, essentially. This isn't gonna carry on past this semester. But that's gonna be a pretty big check that we're gonna write this year. And each of those is gonna be looked at on a case-by-case basis. We have the rebranding committee. If anybody is interested in making decisions and helping get this across the finish line, we still have spots in the rebranding committee if there's any interest. Okay, next one is actual committees, ad hocs. On the screen, eventually, and in the current meeting folder on Teams are ad hoc committee assignments. We still have spots that are going to be filled by freshmen, but this is the relatively final committee assignments. In athletics, advisory committee, we have Alvarate, McCallum, Unification, Nate, Lockwood, Twing, Niven, Fernandez, sorry. Commencement, Tome, McCallum, Environmental Health and Safety, Yerke, Dumont, Food Service, Leonard, Nedved, to be determined, Greek Advisory, Killian, Dumont, Housing, Harder, Leonard, Inclusion, Seekman, Cool, Parking Appeals, Leonard, Alvarate, Cool, Rebranding, Yash, Harder, Nedved, and to be determined if somebody wants to join. Safety and Security, Cool, Archer, Winter, Surbeck, Wee, Fernandez, Tome, with a to be determined. Sustainability, Twing, Winter, Turk, Kans, Kessinger, Wellness, Filino, Rocket. Only 3 of these are Senate run. The rest are not Senate run, and there's an email here in this posted Excel. Just send an email to the email on that contact list and make a first impression. Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure people who are in Greek houses can't be on Greek advisory.
Really?
It says it right there. It's wrong.
Did I read it wrong?
Yeah,
I read
so
this
me and
totally
Duncan.
wrong. Okay, yes, kill that. Everybody who currently is on Greek advisory isn't going to be there anymore. Other people are going to be put on there. I was thinking it'd be so great because you guys, care about Greek.
Right.
Okay, so notwithstanding that error, is everybody okay relatively with the lot you've been given? I think there's a lot of interesting stuff that all these committees can deal with. Okay, final thing is student bed overview. So we had our weeklies, I guess our monthly student federation meeting, at the most inopportune time on the planet. It was Friday at 5 p.m. 6 p.m. Yeah. Friday at 6 p.m. And unbeknownst to us prior to the meeting, about an hour before, a resolution was sent out for us to vote on Friday, and the resolution was essentially saying that Student Federation is in support of the SDVOR's decision not to increase tuition across the state, to continue a tuition freeze. There was no debate internally amongst the members of StuFed about this, so me and Ben were going in a little bit blind into what the atmosphere, what the driving motivation was for this. I voiced our concern that supporting a tuition freeze, unless we are specifically also stating in the resolution that we don't consider fees the same thing as tuition, won't fly with SD funds, because we're going to need to increase fees. So at the end of the day, we voted no on that. We were the only members in the state to vote no on that, and that killed it. It has to be unanimous to pass through. So hopefully next month there can be the same resolution written again with a section noting that this doesn't include fees, because I think everybody can agree relatively that tuition is different than the gap that pays for all of our stuff, all these clubs and everything. So that's where we came on that. If you guys have any opinions on that, please let us know, either now or later, send us an email or something. Then I think that's a good rundown of how the meeting was really focused on that one resolution. Any questions about any of this? Yes?
Just wondering what the other members of the Student Federation thought about.
Okay, so the only other members that showed any inclination to not totally support that outright was Northern. They also are in the same boat as us with they need to increase gap. They're also having budget shortfalls. Even though they voted yes, that was only after a clarification that from the executive director that this was focused only on tuition, not on fees, but I still thought that it was important to have that phrasing in there. So that's why we voted no. But I think we're on the same page in Northern, at least in our goals.
Essentially, in the resolution, it implied that the resolution was written to imply that a freeze would be placed on all tuition and fees included, and we'd like the resolution be rewritten to divide the two into a freeze on tuition, however, allowing us to still petition for a gap.
Explicitly stating.
So, even though it was discussed that is the intent, it was not explicitly written. So, if we were to vote on this and send it off to the state, then we would contradict ourselves as soon as we start asking for gap increases.
Yeah.
So, we plan on standing with Student Fed and asking for or siding with a tuition freeze in 1 month, as long as they rewrite that resolution.
Yeah. Great. We'll move on to reports. Oh yeah, next week, Board of Regents, 2 weeks, October 4th. October 4th, Board of Regents is coming to Rapid City. Be on your best behavior, please. This is a big deal for us. And are they having an open meeting? I think. Yeah. So if you're interested, please attend. Yeah.
There will be more
information
that comes out about that meeting when it happens. Right now, it sounds like it will be early afternoon on Wednesday, October 4th, followed by a Student Federation meeting hosted in Cervex Center.
Yeah. Okay, great. International report. Veterans report.
No report.
Graduate report. Non-grad report.
No report.
Constitution Committee report.
This past week we finalized the ECS club constitution.
What does that stand for?
The environmental club.
Okay.
We have the resolution up now, so that's great. We also met as a committee to work on the ATMAE constitution, the we'll probably be seeing those next week. I also heard another club in the making. I think some debate club is planning to start up. So be on the lookout for those new clubs. And as always, encourage freshmen to think about creating organizations, joining organizations, and such. So, end of report.
I can quickly add about the debate club. We really want that club back, because there's a huge endowment with Kara for the debate club. And so, I mean, the donor would obviously love that money being spent for competitions, so we're really trying to get it active again.
This is a question for Corey. So, does Kara come up to you guys and tell you like what they, like, okay, for like Senate and stuff? Do they come up and ask, like, tell you what they want to support and things like that, or how do you get that information?
Yeah, not necessarily whoever the donor is donated this money a long, even like before I started, right? And so it's been advised historically out of my office. So the previous director was the advisor. I served as the advisor for a little bit, and that just gradually went away with COVID. But they were passionate about it. So I mean, really, they don't need soap money because any competition they go to, they have the money right there. So just it's the interest of the donor, kind of where they want to support groups.
Nothing else? Constitution? Okay, PR committee.
Thanks to everybody who helped with the pigskin problem. It was a tremendous success. We're going to be getting the money to the winner as soon as possible. And we were advertising for freshman elections this week, which I think went pretty well. And another thing to keep on your guys' radar that I'm just letting you guys know, in eBoard we've been talking about trying to do a monthly meeting or whatever, however often we can get it, meeting in the Surbeck Ballroom to increase visibility for Senate and to get people interested in what we're doing. And so I'm working on getting a few dates for that. I don't think it will be till November, so no rush, but that'll be something that'll be coming down the pipeline when I have dates. I'll give them to you guys. It'll be the same format of the meeting, just in a different place.
Any questions? None? Okay, great. GR report.
So we got 4 people now running for freshman senator. Yeah, 4. And I made a little bit of typo on my poster, so petitions are closing tomorrow at 5. We have a meeting with Dean Joe tomorrow, talking about the jury duty stuff. So me and Jordan are going to go to that. I think that's it. So we'll know further information about the jury duty stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to get some sort of meeting with the county commissioner here pretty soon. So that won't be a problem for our students. And yeah, I think that's about all I have.
Any questions? Okay, great. Last but not least, student affairs.
Where's my paper? So keep filling that out. So we're doing the Spirit Friday on Friday. Senators, we want just making sure you're doing that. And there's gonna be up prizes. And then I was wondering, does any Archer or Secret US have posters for when the voting is made yet? Like for freshman elections.
I don't have posters for that. I can just go.
If you need info, I can throw it in there too. You don't have time for it.
I was just gonna advertise it there so people know. So if not, I can just like post it too.
I'll get in contact with you to do something to set it up too.
Perfect. It's from 10 to 2. As it's 7, we'll be out in the quad with the table, and we're hoping to find the tablecloths and stuff.
We have all the boxes now.
I hunted briefly this afternoon and found very vintage Senate floors, but no.
Oh, it'll be good easier weekend. I did it right.
Like decades old Senate floors. So if anyone would like some double XL. reduce set goals.
Oh, one more thing I forgot. Send it to Snapchat, SDMindsSA. If you're not following that, do that. And the Instagram, I'm sure everyone follows already, because that's pretty established.
Any questions?
Yeah.
If anyone has any cool trivia about lines, tell Andrew. Or me, I guess.
I'll send you a PowerPoint I have.
Okay, so in the future, now that ad hoc's been set, ad hoc committees, if they do anything, will be able to give an update at this point in the schedule. Upcoming Senate business, we don't have anything specific to us other than our meeting next week.
So next week, our Senate meeting is moved to a different location because of the career fair, so we'll be meeting in the V Lab next week.
Yeah,
Correct?
the conference room, so it's right in the main entrance of the lab, which is the oldest science building of there.
So we're like at the top of the football field, past the school vans, just beneath the boneyard, like that building with the small parking lot in front. We'll be in the conference room in there next week. Be displaced by the career fair. So if you haven't been in that building yet, it's a chance for you to cross that one off the list next week.
So as far as announcements go, headshots tomorrow, I'll send an email, and I'll send out another email tomorrow morning regarding whether or not there's confirmation on walk-ins for Senate members. So look for that, and then career fair is next Tuesday. Please attend. Anything else? Yes?
Kim, who's organizing the meet and greet, asked me to clarify that it is business casual before the live stream. She's been getting a lot of questions on it. Just show up. It's drinks and food, informal.
On
It's
Monday?
funsies, yeah. So the Wise dinner and the hay camp thing are two different things.
Oh, you're correct. Thank you. Yes, sir.
96 days till Christmas. We made it to the sub 100, guys. Congratulations.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, we all in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.